This is the African News, a broadcast from Canada. My name is Sandra Asante. Headlines: Ethiopia's Tigray conflict spread to neighboring state. Ethiopia warns foreign media over Tigray coverage. Ethiopia meets dam filling targets amid controversy. Zuma draft trial resumes after deadly protest. Details of these stories coming up after the break. You're welcome back from the break to a first story. The conflict in Ethiopia's Tigray region is showing further signs of spreading to other areas, with fighting now reported in neighboring Afar state. The government accused the Tigray forces of attacking civilians and blocking aid, but the Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF) said they are targeting government-aligned militias in the region. The TPLF said the attack along the Afar border over the weekend were very limited, though the government accused the group of using heavy artillery. The forces group told the AFP news agency that it has been targeting militias from Oromia that were brought into Afar. It is difficult to verify details of the fighting or to determine casualty figures. Fresh fighting along the Afar-Tigray border could hinder humanitarian efforts, making things worse for civilians in war-torn Tigray. Afar state sits directly east of Tigray in northern eastern Ethiopia. Many of the roads into Tigray have been closed by the ongoing fighting, and Afar state has become a critical link for aid shipment to the people in Tigray. On Sunday, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed claims that the army and forces from the regions are taking position to crush TPLF. More regions, including Somali, Gambela, Harare, are now mobilizing their forces to join the fighting. We are still in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia has warned foreign media of stringent measures if they could continue to refer to the troops in Tigray region as a defense force. The media regulator said the characterization of the fighters in the Tigray as a defense force undermines national security. It says the regional troops cannot be called the defense forces as the region is a federation unit of Ethiopia. It says foreign media has continued to allude to a disbanded Tigray regional government, adding that the provisional administration was in charge of the region until elections were held. The warning comes a day after the regulator revoked the license of a local news site Addis Standards over its coverage of the Tigray conflict. Thousands of people have been killed and millions displaced since Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed ordered a military offensive last year in Tigray last year. We will now talk something about a dam, and the Ethiopian government claims it has met its second-year target for filling a dam on the River Nile and says it plans to start electricity production within months. The controversial multi-billion-dollar dam has struck tensions with both Egypt and Sudan. The authorities in Cairo are extremely concerned that the country's water supply will be affected by the project. Ethiopia's Minister of Water said there was enough water in the dam reservoir to operate 2 turbines. The 3 countries have held numerous rounds of negotiations but have failed to resolve the dispute. Our final stories in South Africa, and the corruption trial of South Africa's jailed ex-president Jacob Zuma resumes on Monday following deadly violence triggered by his imprisonment for contempt of court. He is serving a 15-month sentence for failing to appear before the commission investigating corruption allegations during his term as president. Protests broke out in his home province of KwaZulu-Natal and escalated to looting and arson that spread to the economic hub Gauteng, claiming over 200 lives. 3 people have been arrested for allegedly instigating the violence. President Cyril Ramaphosa said the riot were a coordinated and well-planned attack and called for calm. The Monday's trial is not directly linked to his jailing for contempt of court. It is related to a desperate case of corruption related to the $5 million, that is $3 billion euros arm deal in the 1990s. In the virtual court hearing, Mr. Zuma's legal team applied for Chief Prosecutor Billy Donner to recuse himself from the trial for allegedly leaking information to the media. There are fears that the case will reignite tensions that have eased by the weekend. This is why I draw the curtains on African News. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sandra Asante. Do have a beautiful day.